All right, so today we're going to be diving into something that honestly sounds kind of like science fiction.
Oh, yeah.
Billion-dollar companies
Like huge companies.
run by a single person.
Whoa.
One person.
Yeah. Solopreneurs taking over the business world,
Interesting.
all thanks to the power of AI.
It is a fascinating concept, for
Yeah.
sure.
It is.
It's getting a lot of buzz out there.
For sure. And to help us unpack all this, you brought me this Forbes article titled, "The Future is Solo." AI is creating billion-dollar one-person companies.
Right.
So
Yeah.
where do we even begin with something this radical?
Well, I think first we should probably
Yeah.
define what exactly we mean by solopreneur.
Okay.
It's not just being your own boss,
Right.
We're talking about using AI and automation
Yeah.
to really handle almost every aspect of a business
Oh.
that traditionally would require a whole team.
Okay, so we're talking marketing, sales, customer service, even product development,
Mm-hmm.
all being done by one person with the help of AI.
That's exactly right.
That's wild. And the article really highlights how this is becoming more and more possible
Okay.
with a fictional case study they use about a woman named Emily.
Oh, yeah. Emily, she builds this wildly successful e-commerce company, right?
Exactly.
But she's not a coder
Not at all.
or a tech expert or anything.
And that's really one of the key points
Right.
of the article. You don't have to be a tech whiz
Yeah.
to use these tools.
Okay.
Emily just identifies a problem.
Okay.
Smaller brands were struggling to run
Yeah.
effective Facebook ads,
Interesting.
and she uses AI to solve that problem.
So it's all about
Mhm.
finding the right AI for the job.
Yeah.
Kind of like assembling your own little virtual team of specialists.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But what kind of AI tools are we even talking about here?
The article mentions a few specific examples,
Okay.
like Bubble, for instance,
Bubble.
which is a platform that allows you to build websites and apps
Really?
without knowing how to code.
So you're telling me I could build the next big app without writing a single line of code?
That's what they're saying.
Sign me up. What else?
Well, Emily also uses
Oh,
AdCreative.ai
AdCreative.ai.
to generate marketing copy and visuals.
Whoa! So you could create high-quality ads that are constantly optimized without having to hire a designer or copywriter.
You got it?
It's
A
amazing.
game changer for solopreneurs.
And of course, we can't forget about
Well, yeah,
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
It seems like everyone's using it these days, even for business.
absolutely.
So Emily, how does she use it?
She uses it for just about everything, from brainstorming ideas to even interacting with clients.
Wow. So it really is like having a super intelligent assistant available 24/7.
That's the idea.
So she's not really alone. She's got this powerful AI team backing her up.
Right.
like-
This is where it gets even more interesting.
Okay.
The article starts to dive into some real-world momentum.
Right.
Did you know that Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
has predicted that 10-person companies will be hitting billion-dollar valuations soon?
10 people.
Yeah.
That's tiny.
It is.
And there's a betting pool I read somewhere
I heard about that.
among tech CEOs about when the first one-person billion-dollar company will emerge.
Yeah, they're putting their money where their mouth is.
It's pretty crazy.
It is.
So it seems like even the top minds in tech are convinced that this is the future.
It seems that way.
But the question is
Yeah.
this just hype? Or is there something truly revolutionary happening here? And what does it mean for the rest of us?
Those are the big questions, aren't they?
Definitely got me hooked.
Good.
Let's unpack this a bit further and see what we can find out.
Sounds good. So we've got these one-person billion-dollar companies powered by AI.
Yeah.
And more people are starting to think this isn't just a pipe dream anymore.
It's a really cool idea.
It is.
But let's get real for a second.
Okay.
It sounds amazing in theory, but there have to be some serious challenges to actually making this work.
Oh, absolutely.
In the real world, I
Right.
mean, building a successful business, it usually takes a whole team of people, right?
Right. You think about like the structure of a traditional company. You've got your marketing department, your sales department, finance, legal operations, product development,
Yeah.
customer service.
It's a lot.
It's a complex machine.
Yeah, and now we're saying one person can handle all of that.
Well,
How do you even begin to juggle all of those different roles?
right. Well, that's where this shift in thinking comes in.
Okay.
Like we talked about with Emily's story, it's about identifying the core problem
Okay.
that you're trying to solve.
Right.
And then finding the right AI tools
Yeah.
to address it,
Okay.
but for every aspect of your business.
So instead of thinking, I need a marketing department,
Right.
you would think, what are my marketing challenges and what AI tools can I use to help me overcome them? It's
Exactly.
interesting.
You need to generate leads. There's AI for that.
Mm.
You need to analyze customer data and track your performance.
AI.
AI again.
So there's pretty much AI for everything.
It seems that way.
What about craft and compelling sales copy and design and eye-catching visuals?
AI.
AI for that too.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible.
And then with tools like Bubble,
Yeah.
you don't even need to know how to code
Right.
to build a really sophisticated online platform for your business.
So it's like you're building a custom-made virtual team,
Right.
but instead of hiring people, you're just finding the right AI tools for each task.
It's a totally different approach
That's pretty
to building and running a business.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting to think about the possibilities.
Yeah.
But even with all these incredible AI tools, are there some things that just can't be automated?
That's a great question.
Like things that require a human touch, like building trust
Right.
with clients and partners, or
Yeah.
negotiating deals, or making those big strategic decisions.
You're hitting on a really crucial point there. The human element is still absolutely essential,
Okay.
even in this AI-driven future.
Okay.
Solopreneurs still need to bring their unique skills and their experience and vision.
So it's not about becoming some kind of AI-powered robot CEO.
Well,
It's about using AI to free up your time and energy so you can focus on the things that only a human can do.
exactly.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But what about the other aspects of a traditional workplace, like the social connections and the support system you get from being part of a team?
That's another really important consideration.
Yeah.
And the article does acknowledge that there is a potential for loneliness and isolation
For sure.
when you're running a business completely on your own.
I mean, who do you celebrate the big wins with?
Exactly.
Or vent to when things go wrong?
Yeah.
You can't exactly high-five your laptop.
Right. Well, that's where this idea of building a community
Uh-huh.
of like-minded solopreneurs comes in.
Okay.
The article highlights how Emily, our fictional solopreneur,
Mm-hmm.
regularly meets up with her former colleagues
Oh, cool.
who have also become successful solopreneurs.
So they're all doing it together.
Well, they're all doing it separately, but they're
Yeah.
supporting each other.
Yeah.
They share insights. They basically form a new kind of water cooler network for this new way of working.
I like that. I love that idea. It's like creating your own virtual board of advisors, but with people who actually understand
Yeah,
the unique challenges and rewards of the solopreneur life.
exactly.
That's really cool.
It's about finding your tribe, even in this world of independent,
Yeah.
AI-powered businesses.
Okay.
And this gets to the heart of a bigger question that this whole conversation raises.
Okay. What's that?
It's not just about whether we can build these billion-dollar one-person companies.
Right.
It's about whether this is the kind of future we want.
That's a big question.
It is.
Are we ready for a world where the traditional workplace
Right.
might cease to exist?
Yeah, where everyone is a solopreneur
Yeah.
navigating their own AI-powered enterprise.
That would be a huge change.
It would be.
And it brings up a lot of other questions about the future of work.
Right. The role of technology in our lives.
Yeah.
Even the nature of human connection in a world that's becoming increasingly individualized.
It's a lot to ponder.
It is.
I think it's worth taking a closer look at some of those
Yeah,
potential implications.
I agree.
So we've gone from, the excitement of AI solopreneurship and all that to the bigger picture of
Yeah.
what this could mean for, like,
Yeah.
the future of work as a whole.
It's a lot to process.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
And as with any major shift, there are some potential downsides, too.
Oh, of course.
So let's talk about those.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that worry you about this
Yeah.
solopreneur-driven future?
I think one concern is
Yeah.
what happens to the people who maybe aren't cut out for solopreneurship
Right.
or just simply prefer
Yeah.
a traditional job.
Yeah. Some people just like knowing that they've got a steady paycheck and a team to rely on.
Exactly. And going it alone can be really daunting, even with all this AI help.
Yeah. And then there's also the question of what happens to those, like,
Yeah.
essential workplace communities we
Yeah.
were talking about.
Yeah, the camaraderie, the shared goals, the sense of belonging.
Yeah. Are we trading the water cooler for the algorithm?
Right.
Connecting with AI instead of our colleagues? Is
Yeah.
that the kind of future we want?
And it raises other questions about mentorship and training and even just the transfer of knowledge from one generation to the next.
Yeah. How do you learn from those more experienced people
Right.
if everyone's just working
In their own little silo.
independently?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the whole concept of a career path could become obsolete.
It's true.
It's a really radical shift.
It is.
And we have to at least acknowledge those potential downsides
Absolutely.
as we're, embracing all these new possibilities.
Right.
So it's not just about whether we can build these companies.
It's about whether we should.
Right.
And what kind of world do we actually want to create?
Yeah, what kind of future are we building for ourselves?
It feels like we're at a crossroads.
I think we are. And the choices that we make today, both individually and as a society, are really going to shape that future.
So do we want a future where everyone's a solopreneur, or...
Or is there a way to blend the best aspects of both worlds?
Yeah.
The traditional structure and the AI.
It's a lot to think about.
It is.
This whole deep dive has been a real eye-opener.
Yeah, it's been a fascinating discussion for sure.
We've explored all these amazing possibilities of AI, but also the potential downsides.
Yeah, it's important to look at both sides.
It is. And I think these conversations, they challenge us
They do.
to think critically,
For sure.
to consider all the implications as we navigate this world.
Absolutely.
And it's not about predicting the future.
Yeah.
It's about being informed, engaged, and prepared to adapt. And maybe even more importantly, it's about asking ourselves what role we want to play in shaping that future.
I think that's a great place to leave our listeners today.
It is.
So as you think about the rise of the solopreneur, AI, and all that,
The future of work.
think about what you're passionate about and how you can use these technologies to make an impact.
That's right.
And who knows, maybe you'll be building the next $1 million company.
The future is full of possibilities.
It really is. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
My pleasure.